Welcome to the J-pop streaming show. Tonight I'm with the band Rio. Is it the right way to pronounce the band name?
Rio.
Yeah. Just like you, in fact.
Yes.
So, can you introduce the band to the people who wouldn't know you yet?
Okay. Hi, we are Rio, dark pop alternative metal band. We're from the UK. And this used to be my solo project, but I moved here and then made this group into like a band.
And now we're here. And we make lots of sounds that sound better the louder they are. At least I think that. And it's a lot of fun.
Yes.
And can you tell us how you met together? How did you form this new band? Because it's like a resurrection for Rio.
Yeah, so at first I met James, bass player, at the studio when I recorded other songs. And yeah, we talk and like do you remember the day?
Ria was in the studio with her old lineup recording an EP at the time, and then we got chatting, and she wanted a change of direction in the music that she was creating. So we got together and decided that we would try mixing more heavier influences in with her already kind of established sound along with Guild.
Yeah.
And in order to pull that off, we needed a guitarist, which is where John came in.
Hello.
And a drummer, because the old drummer unfortunately had some other commitments that he could commit to. So then we got James involved as well. And
yeah,
with the two other members, we found that there was a lot more almost unique spin on each instrumentation there, as opposed to one person directing the music, so to speak, if that makes sense.
And I have a question for you boys. Are you familiar with Japanese music?
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's fair to say that out of the three of us, I am probably the biggest weeaboo. And I say that simultaneously because it is cringe, and because if I say it first, no one else can say it to me. Beat you to it.
What's your favorite band?
Yes, what are your favorite bands?
Yeah.
All right, now are we talking Japanese bands or just in general? Because you know my general
Japanese
answer.
is Japanese, but also yes, in general.
All right, well, I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, you're weirdos.
So, I mean, favorite in general, there really is. There's probably no easier question that I could get. Metallica. I'm very simple. Japanese bands, again, as basic as it sounds, and also because I'm a massive, I guess, 80s kid that was born way too late to be an 80s kid. I am a big fan of loudness. I said it to James before, and it kind of just glazed over you like nothing. Akira Takasaki is one of my favorite players. Even if I can do nothing that he does, he's good. He's so much fun to listen to. I would one day love to be able to do something that fun.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. I love any kind of music, and so I was influenced by pop and also like a heavy music. And my favorite musicians, like I guess Grimes and Fat Omis.
It's a very diverse.
And also like I listen to like Uberworld. Is a Japanese band.
Yes.
One that you recommended to me.
Yeah, you like it?
I do.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, they are really, really nice. And I was like, I used to listen to like Japanese punk band like Elder Garden, also 10 Feet, and Maximum Homo.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I like so many things, and then maybe Nine Inch Nails is my big influence. Yes, yeah. I hope like someday I can collaborate. I hope we can collaborate with them. Yeah.
Resident seems like a nice guy. Get his attention, you should say yes.
Maybe. Or maybe I can go to the gym with him.
So how about you?
I mean,
How about you as a band members? Yeah. The other band members. What kind of music do they like?
Oh yeah.
Faster.
Yes, you go first. I'll be very British. You go first.
In contrast, like my favorite bands, there's two of them that heavily inspire me, and I just cannot get enough of. One of them is Breaking Benjamin, and the other one is Tool. And that's probably me being a bit biased as the bass player.
I was going to say, can you tell us a bass player?
Yeah, exactly. But those two are my favorite. And if you want to go for like Japanese bands, although they're technically not from Japan when they're writing and stuff, Spirit in the Air, they're very good. Like Kai's music is fantastic. Like what he's managed to do with that band and what they continue to do is great. It's fantastic.
Cool.
Last one, yes.
Always at the back, always last. Cheers, guys. So I'm I am definitely the oldest one out of the bunch. So I am a 80s, 90s child, grew up around grunge. So obviously Nirvana, Offspring, Green Day, Muse, Silverchair, all those kind of bands, brought up on Deftones, Korn, Limp Bizkit. A very well-rounded kind of rap, new metal kind of era.
That described as well-rounded.
Yeah, well, I was going to actually mention another band, but then I stopped myself from saying it because they're not around anymore, but they did play a big part of me. But again, I'm not going to go into that. But again, sort of like the flip side of that, as I mentioned, Korn, stuff like Skin Red, what else? There's so many bands that I like.
What's your favorite one?
And this is my favorite. If I was to pick any band,
Foo Fighters.
100%. Yeah, 100% Foo Fighters. Easy.
This is why I limited myself to two. So but then
again, you know, I this separates me from the others. Well, I love Sleep Token as well, but these guys not necessarily a big fan of.
I love them.
Nice. Instrumentals,
yes,
amazing.
Yes.
Vocals.
I don't say that.
Well, yeah, that's one of my. So definitely Foo Fighters, 100%.
My next question goes to Rio. It's about you. How did you decide to move to London? And can you tell us a bit more also about what you went through? Because I think I understood it was a tough time from you to start a band, to go from a band that it was in a transition state. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah. So I started this solo project, and I really enjoy it, like making music. But also, I miss like writing music with people, because like I used to be in like several bands before this project, and but unfortunately it didn't work. And but yeah, and also like I've always wanted to come here because that music. Like like the UK has a good music scene, so and also I like lots of UK music, Arctic Monkeys.
What's the real reason you came to the UK? I mean, what was they told me?
Anywhere in the world you choose the UK.
I'm going to save you from this question for just a second by saying that.
For tea.
Oh, you know what? That's better than me saving you. Thank you. Is that? Or you're talking about Arctic?
Yeah.
This is why I'm here, because I'm from the same place as them. So that's the closest you're going to get.
Oh, are you from?
Well, you say this like this is news.
Shit. Yeah, because
okay.
Yeah. But because of tea, I can hear. But kidding. I mean. That's one of the reason. That's one of the reason. Tea, because I love it. But the UK has like a good music scene. You know, like heavy music, also indie rock, and etc. Punk. Yes, punk. Yeah, punk. Yeah. And so I was like, maybe if I moved here, maybe I could find some great people and make great music. It was really, yeah.
Yeah, maybe one day you will find great people to make music with, but until then, you've got us.
You have to stick around.
That is so bad. Just so unlucky. Can you tell us how do you find inspiration? How do you compose? Do you have to lock yourself? Do you have to go outside? Do you have to visit some place? How does it come to you?
I just stuck in the house and yeah. But sometimes like I don't know. So I'm an outsider. Like I'm not. I'm not good at going out there. I'm not good at like hanging out with new people, and so I always stuck in the house and just relax. And sometimes like good melodies come up, and I was like, oh, maybe I could make a good music. And I open the Mac and make the song everything. And I'm working on, and I was like, oh, this is a good idea. And it showed my bandmates, and that's like how we write the songs, I guess.
Usually starts with an idea from you, and then we kind of build on it and put our own, as you probably gathered, wide array of different things onto it.
Rio has a tendency to write drum lines that are almost impossible to play. So every time I get like a WhatsApp video message of like her screen, like earlier on today is a prime example. This has got like double kicks all over the place. We got some like little hi-hat actions and some snare, which is almost like a little bit of jungle added into it. And I'm listening to it going, okay,
my favorite.
I see the ideas there. But yeah, I think one of them.
Well, one of them was the little hi-hat paradiddle with the snare going on at the same time. I was like, how's that going to work?
I would have to mount the snare and the hi-hat so close together that I'd be hitting them at the same time with the same stick, and potentially punching the rim of the snare as well. Which, as a drummer, we've all been there, and I've got the scars on my knuckles to show it. But it is interesting. But again, as a musician, it pushes you to do things that are outside your comfort zone, which again is
this is my bad habit, because I drink tea a lot every day. That's why it makes me like hyped and then write like crazy drum patterns.
It's like running around the house, like listening to the music, going, this is really good, send it to everybody, and we're like, what BPM is this in? It's like impossible. But again, it is fun.
It's good fun.
It's good fun. Might have to dial it down a little bit, but it's fun.
Because the question just becomes like, we'll hear something and be like, that's impossible. All right, how do you make it work though?
Exactly. That's pretty much it.
But again, that's what I said, it challenges you, it pushes you, and it kind of gets you thinking, maybe not quite that, but we can experiment and we can try and we can play around with it.
So basically, your new single is because you drank a lot of tea. That's it.
The new single is kind of funny because they're starting with a synth idea that Rio came up with, but then it was a case of, let's write a song about samurai, and Rio was like, no, absolutely not. So then I said, let's write a song about samurai. And then
I didn't mean to.
That's literally it.
I just wrote. So I made the instrumental first, and they wrote the lyrics, and I showed them, and then they're like, "This is samurai. This is a samurai song." I said, "No, it's not." But
it was.
But
it was. Yeah, it turned out to be.
To be fair, it ended up that it's not actually about a samurai, it's about a Ronin. It's a little different.
Okay, here we go. Technical. Typical guitarist, too technical.
So I'm just here to get caught up in little details and derail this whole thing for half an hour.
I just hit things.
Yeah. Well, it's nice, yeah.
So
but
you
just
You're also
Yes.
having an event in August. That's right.
Yes.
Can you tell me
Looking
about
forward
that?
to that.
Say
Can you tell me
Tell
about
about the show.
about the show. It's basically like a 30th August, and we're gonna have a show at Soho,
In Soho.
The Spice of Life.
Spice of life.
And actually, for me, it's gonna be the second time to play live at the venue, and it's nice. And I'm really excited to be back with these cool people.
So it's our first show together with this lineup.
Yeah.
So we're excited. It's going to be a good time, especially with the new material. Whole new set list.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whole new bands. Whole new sound almost.
Well, yeah, literally.
Yeah,
It's not just the
actually
sound,
is
but because of everything involved, it's been a bit of a learning curve with the tech side as well. Because previously we just like played as we are, but now because obviously we've got the synths going on, we've got backing tracks, so we've got all the in-ears and clicks and everything. So everything has to be nailed to the T. And it's sounding really good. I can't wait to get on stage with you.
I can't. It's going to be great.
It's going to be a real kind of rebirth for this whole thing. I want to say the phrase Rio birth, and now I've said it, and now you're going to deal with it.
Yeah.
This because it's all new music, basically a new lineup apart from you. The only constant is one song that's been kept from the old stuff, which I think is probably all of our favourites from the old stuff. I'm looking forward to being able to put some more guitar on that live. But yeah, the rest of it is all brand new. People need to hear it, and you will like it when you do.
Which song is it? Which song did you keep?
I was keeping that a secret. Fine.
Spoilers! That's out the bag.
So if anyone does want to see the live rendition of Guild, and now in London, the 30th of August, tickets are on sale. You can find it on our Instagram page. On our
Why did you do it?
So come along.
Just came out of my mouth. Sorry.
So we get honest in front of the camera. This happens sometimes.
Yeah. Because
So
of your
we are already coming to the end of the interview. So what are the next steps? Are you already recording or ready to record a new song or something?
Well, we have already. So the beginning of this year, we were in the studio for 4 days.
No, we were there for a week.
We were there for a week.
So we've got 4 tracks all ready to rock and roll. They're called. I'm only joking. One's Ronin,
And that comes out in July.
and the other ones we're going to be releasing. In stages
At some point.
for that. So we got some tracks ready to rock and roll. We've got plenty more that we're demoing and playing around with in the background.
The new one might be on the set.
Yeah, we might slip a new one in there. That'll be good. And we got some other bits and pieces that we've got going on in the background as well. So
I think the general idea is maybe aiming to get back in the studio next March, April for another set of songs. I don't know how many yet. But
I think the problem is we've got so many in our drive that we like. Is kind of working out which ones to work on first.
It is the best problem in the world to be like, we've got all these things, what do we do? Which ones do we choose? Rather than projects that have been in the past where it's been, all right, we've been trying for 2 years and we've got a riff idea, now what? This is very different, and this is very fun to have that choice.
No, definitely.
But on top of that, I think not just the singles, we're looking to play pretty much as many live shows as we can between now and the end of the year. Like, I think probably London's kind of where we've already got our foot in the door, so there'll be quite a few in London. And anywhere we can, really.
Other areas in the UK or maybe Europe countries, like I hope. And also I hope that we can play live at like festival next year. Hope.
Well, we'll
Never know.
If Andy Coppin happens to be watching, you know where to find us.
Check our socials.
Inbox is always open.
And there's 4 of us just waiting.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, guys, I have to be honest with you. It has been only 20 minutes we are together, but really there is something, a real connection between the four of you that I've really rarely seen in a band, in a young band like you. How do you explain that there is such a connection? It's like you know each other for 10 years.
Well, you should see us in the studio. It's completely different in the studio because these two, the string section, any ideas, it's like two rhinos butting heads. There's been some interesting moments, shall we say. But again, it just goes to show how passionate we are in regards to the music and when we're writing, because we know kind of how we want our own individual styles to be portrayed in each song. And you're going to get creative differences no matter what band you go to, whether it's a covers band or even an originals band. And I say covers band because there's always that one person in there that's a true purist to the song. And then there's other people, when you play live, they'll do sort of like a different rendition of what they think the artist will play.
I mean, I have kind of two answers to this bit of how do we know each other so well. Or to sort of when it comes to ideas, we sometimes bicker like an old married couple, but at the same time, I love you like we're an old married couple. So that's
we make out and we move on.
Yeah, exactly. So, quick kiss and all's forgiven. How do we know each other so well? As much of a cop out answer as it sounds, memes. To me,
fair enough. 100%. I mean, if you see our WhatsApp group, it is literally full of memes, videos that we've edited of social media, like most top posts that are happening. I mean, we keep it on a decent level. We don't do anything inappropriate or stuff like that. But I think we just get each other to the point we know how to kind of bring each other up if one of us is having a bad day or life's getting in the way as it always does. We're there for each other, and we take one day at a time. Obviously we've got targets that we want to reach, but we're living in the real world, and
it's not all business.
It's not business.
Above everything else. Above everything else.
Yeah,
we're friends.
Yeah,
and we're friends that when we found, like when we were looking for new members, that we just clicked. There was a bit of chemistry, and ultimately we're a bunch of friends that are making music together that we love and we want to share. And that's pretty much it. It's like we have goals and ambitions we want to reach together as a band, but at the end of the day, we're just having fun, and we want people to come along for the ride. And if you do, awesome. We want you there, and we'll see you guys at shows. It's
exactly that.
Oh, that was so beautiful.
Thank you.
well, guys, thank you very much for the interview. So the new single is named Ronin. It's going to be available on July 17th, and your show is on Friday, August 13th. On 13th.
30th.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much. I wish you the best for your new singles and for all the record that you can release soon. Thank you again, and bye bye, ciao.
Thank you. See you later. Bye.
Bye.